Hello, day 23. Welcome back, everybody. Is it obvious by now? Is it obvious? Have I made it too obvious this time? I do dye my eyebrows and my mustache every now and then, every 2 to 3 weeks. And I made it a bit too obvious this time. I think it doesn't really match the hair very well. It's a bit darker than usual, a bit darker than I'd like. They didn't have the color that I usually get. If you're wondering why I dye my eyebrows in the first place, it all started last December, a couple of Decembers ago, when I first started at my gym job. I was looking in the mirror and I genuinely couldn't see my eyebrows. Like they're half blonde. Usually the natural color is half blonde, half white. And I was looking in the mirror, and obviously gym lighting is overhead, so it's quite harsh, and I couldn't see my eyebrows at all. I'm like, shit, I need to do something about that. So I started dyeing them, and now we're here. And most people that I meet now don't even realize that I dye my eyebrows until I tell them. Cool. Had a good shift today. No issues really at all. I have a class tonight. Why don't I show the time now while I remember? It is currently the 12th of August, 12:11 p.m. I have a class which I'm not always too happy about, as you know, but tonight might be different just because generally Wednesday evenings are quite empty. Like there's not many people in the gym. So when I can feel like less people are watching me, like I just said like 3 times, I need to stop. Someone else is working today at the gym, another trainer, but it's just me and him. And that means less people, less eyes on me, less kind of feeling like everyone's watching me. So it's a lot more comfortable when it's that. Also, the Wednesday class usually has people that are more frequent, more reoccurring. Most of them are my clients anyways. So yeah, it's just a nicer kind of environment, I think. Something exciting is I'm seeing the new Spider-Man this coming Saturday with one of my friends. So I think it should be good. He wanted to go and he's just invited me. So I think it'll be fun. Another movie I saw recently was Obsession. Everyone's probably heard of that. Everyone and their mothers has definitely heard of that. That movie was quite good. I am a horror fan. There was a YouTube channel I used to watch back in the day called Dead Meat, where they basically just do kill counts of horror movies while also explaining the movies. I used to watch him all the time. So that's kind of what really got me into the horror genre. Now, the problem with horror is half the time the movies absolutely suck. They're terrible. And I'm not sure why. I think generally when a horror movie values the scares, the horror, over writing, that's when it can be a problem. But I think that's goes with a lot of horror movies. Like it's less story driven. But I think Obsession did everything quite well. I think it was a pretty good movie overall. And it did remind me, since Obsession, I watched about 2 movies in the past 3 years in cinemas, in theaters. Those being the Chainsaw Man Rise, which was September last year, and then the Demon Slayer Infinity Castle Part 1, which was also September last year, I believe. I think I got one of those dates wrong because I know they weren't back to back. I think the Chainsaw Man was October actually, but those movies were amazing. And it reminded me how fun it is to go to the cinemas. It definitely is a better experience than just watching it at home with headphones. I do have quite good stereo speakers in my lounge room, but yeah, it hits different when you're watching something that really can be heightened by the sound effects really shining through. Because especially Demon Slayer had really good sound design, I noticed. And Chainsaw Man had amazing music. So those were very good to watch in cinemas. They were super fun. For some reason, more than any other day so far, I am absolutely starving. I'm so hungry. I can't tell you why. I'm just so hungry. To be fair, when I was training one of my clients today, she was talking about how her husband, she's always seeing overnight oats with Biscoff and peanut butter, and that just, as soon as she told me that, I was just like, I am starving. That sounds amazing. And I have been starving ever since, so I'm going to definitely eat straight after this. I usually don't eat until I get everything done that I want to get done, which can sometimes take upwards of 2 to 3 hours, but I really can't hold back today. Like, I'm so hungry. So hungry. So hungry. So I will go eat food right after I actually record this. I don't like to. I guess another reason I don't like to eat before, especially something like this, is because when I eat, you've probably seen in some videos, I hiccup a lot and I voice crack a lot and I clear my throat a lot. That's generally worse after I've eaten. So I like to just not eat so I don't run into as many troubles. Something cool that I found today was one of my clients I was speaking to, the one who actually has a husband who has the overnight oats with Biscoff. She is talking about how she also has reflux and not cool ways. She spoke about things that she does that helps with it. So I think it'll be fun to kind of implement some of those and see if those help me. But at the end of the day, I'm getting that breath test, which should hopefully determine what's causing it. Because I haven't always had it. I got it 5 years ago or so. That's such a rough estimate, but around then. And ever since, talking has just been less fun. So hopefully that will determine a good way to help kind of approach fixing it. Cool. Plans for today, same as always, Japanese, editing, and what else? Oh, and making some phone calls for work that I need to do. So I'll do those after I eat today. I usually wait, but today I'm going to eat first because I am hungry. Cool. Sweet. Well, I'll get started on those soon, as soon as I can. Something I was thinking about is maybe a cool video idea would be voice crack, would be kind of a Q&A style, if that makes sense. Like some of you guys leave some things, some questions, and I'll try my best to answer them. One of the main questions I know I'm going to get is, where has Maya been? I have no idea. To be fair, I know where she is. She's currently on the lounge. I have a heating blanket for her set to low. It doesn't really consume much power at all. It's very cost effective, but she loves it because it is very cold at the moment, hence why I'm wearing a jumper. So yeah, that's where she is currently. So you can just imagine her right now snug on a lounge on a heating blanket. I can imagine it's a very cute sight. But yeah, the Q&A style of video is just kind of food for thought. I just had a thought about it. Think it would be fun to have something to answer, some questions to answer. I think that would be enjoyable. All right, I'm going to head off now. Thanks as always for watching these videos if you're here. I will see everyone tomorrow for day 24. Cool. Today went swimmingly, didn't it? It went very well, went very good. Feel like I didn't stutter much, feel like I didn't pause much, feel like I didn't use many filler words. And I can imagine there's a cut just then because I paused, because I didn't know what to say. Okay, I'm going to go now before it gets any worse than it currently is. Goodbye for now, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.